Edmond Honda, known more commonly as Honda, is a character in the Street Fighter series, first appearing in Street Fighter II. He is a sumo wrestling champion. Honda aims to be a well-known figure among Americans and popular in Japan. A Japanese man suffering from obesity but with great physical strength, he appears to be in his 30s to early 40s. Although not as tall as characters like Hawk, Sagat, or Zangief, he is considered tall due to the hunch in his knees during fights. His face is painted in the style of kabuki makeup, traditional Japanese music and dramatic dance. As a sumo wrestler, he always fights barefoot, though many artistic works depict him wearing a pair of geta, traditional Japanese wooden sandals with two elevated thongs. In the Street Fighter II Inches story, it is mentioned that Honda began his training as a child, uniquely focusing on becoming the greatest sumo wrestler of all time. Eventually, he earned the title of Ozeki. Sodom, obsessed with Japanese culture and attempting to revive the glory of the Mad Gear Gang, tries to recruit sumo wrestlers, considering them strong fighters. He enters a sumo wrestling competition and faces Fuji no Miya, who is revealed to be Edmond Honda. Honda agrees to join the gang if defeated by Sodom but emerges victorious and commends Sodom's efforts. Later, he travels the world seeking stronger opponents to showcase the power of sumo wrestling. Along the way, he meets Ryu and sparred with him, informing Sakura later where she can find him. At this time, he also battles Sodom again in a friendly match. His travels lead him to Shadaloo's base, where he encounters Zangief. They collaborate to help destroy the base. Following this, he takes a few of Bison's dolls to provide them with a place to stay until they can regain their memories. Honda becomes frustrated with the world's lack of interest in sumo wrestling, considering it sacred to the Japanese. He entered the World Warrior tournament, determined to show everyone that sumo wrestlers rank among the greatest fighters in the world. Additionally, he aims to enhance and prove his unique strength, in addition to gaining the title of Yokozuna. He begins investigating the Shadaloo organization due to the spread of biochemical drugs among sumo wrestlers. The fees helped him somewhat with his face and the dual nationality on his name. After the tournament and Shadaloo's downfall, Honda returned to Japan, where he continued participating in sumo wrestling, managing his bathhouse, and training his apprentices. During the Street Fighter IV tournament, he reunites with his old comrade, Haken, but loses a match against him. He also encounters Fuerte and assists the aspiring chef by informing him about Japanese cuisine. After the tournament, he exclaims, "Olympics, here I come." However, when on an airplane, he realizes that, in order to enter sumo into the Olympics, he must join the International Olympic Committee, IOC, himself. Throughout the series, Honda goes on a journey with Haken to search for new apprentices. In Alex's personal story, holographic images of Honda and Haken appear as rivals attacking each other. Honda also appears in Ibuki's personal story when she recalls all the kind people she has met. Honda is a warm and welcoming man who appreciates people he sees as good. He is ambitious in showcasing the strength of sumo to the world. For this purpose, he always gives his all during training and fight arrangements. He enjoys hot steam baths between training sessions, his favorite place despite his apparent lack of agility. Despite media portrayals as clumsy or foolish, Honda is considered a role model in sumo and takes it very seriously, regarding it as a sacred art of self-defense. He often throws a handful of salt in front of him before starting a fight, a nod to real sumo rituals, shubatsu.